Oshio, it's 4:37 a.m. Last night excuse me, it's 4:37 a.m. Central Time. Uh, Today is Saturday. Last night I went to bed real early. I was really exhausted and everything. And anyway, I got up and let the dogs out. And I saw something, the most beautiful thing outside. And I want to read something to you, and I'll tell you about what I saw. Now, this is in the book of Romans, or the letter of Romans, and this is in the first chapter, but I would like to read a little bit of this and share it with you. And let's start from verse 16 on chapter 1. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to every one that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed, from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, or plain, made known to them, for God hath showed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain, that is, empty, conceited, in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up, just left them alone, in other words, to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. But what here we're in verse 20, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. You know, I sit there and I think about that passage. And David in the Bible, in the psalmist, he spoke on these issues. Their words, creation, has spoken. It goes from one end to earth to the other, all around. Everyone has heard their words, that God is real, And I was looking up tonight, and I saw the most beautiful thing. Sky was clear, and you could see billions of stars. It'd be great if you had a telescope, but for what I've seen the most beautiful thing. Now, see, this is amazing, though. People look at these things, those people who claim to have knowledge. and claim that they are very educated and everything else is beneath them, so to speak. What they don't understand is everything around says God exists. But see, God gave people up, that is, to allow them to go their way because of it was because of man's wickedness and things, but God, but see, the thing is, God leaves it open for us that we can search for Him, look for Him, and find Him. There's some of us that do find Him, and there's a lot that don't, because they allow their own minds, they think that their own knowledge is sufficient, and they try to explain the things, and it sounds good, especially when they use $20,000 words, and when they try to make people think that they know what they're talking about. But evidence has shown time and time again that these people don't. There's a few things that they do know. It would be wrong to say that they didn't. But the majority of it, it just collapses because mainly what they rely on is their theories. Theories is never fact. It's a theory. It's not a fact. It has no solid basis to it. There is no absolute to a theory. But the thing is, people relying on man's knowledge, that is high, as we would say today, education. Education can be good, don't get me wrong, but see, they rely so heavily and look on it that that's the answer. That's looking to man for answers, and you can't. But it's all around us that God exists. Isn't that wonderful? Tonight, if you have a chance, look up at the sky if it's clear and see the cloud, the stars, and the moon, and just see how beautiful it is, and just think, someone, and only one someone, put all that out there, and that's a mighty power, and that's God. And today when you're walking around, maybe you're going into the park, maybe you're out hiking, or whatever it is you're doing, look around you and see the beauty that God has created. I think that's wonderful. Something to give praise to God for, to be thankful, and to know and say that He is God. For there is no other God, because He has known no other gods. He is the only one and true God. He speaks to us all in many ways, but the question is, do we listen? Something to think about. God bless you, and shalom, and ha-ho.